Today we are going to study relative error bound for system and condition number for matrices. So, what is the relative error? So, if x is true value and x star be its approximation, so x minus x star will be error in some norm divided by true value of solution. So this is the relative error for system. Since x is a vector, so you cannot divide a vector with a vector, therefore you have to take some norm. So formally I start with linear system Ax equal to B. Okay, so Ax equal to B, where A is coefficient matrix, X is true solution or exact solution of the system, B right hand side column vector. Then we define a vector residual for approximate solution x bar, or you can write with x star, and this residual vector is, so what is residual vector? This is just Ax minus A x approximate solution, and you can write B for this Ax, so this is just B minus Ax tilde. So what is residual? So residual is not, so you can write A x minus x approximate x bar. So the residual is, so residual is not error, this is just error multiplied by matrix A. And since we are dealing this system, so it is better to compute Ax. So since matrix A is multiplied with this error, so A play an important role here. In other words, you can say if error is small, so this number is small, then residual is also small for some matrices, but for some matrices residual is small but error is bigger. So problem is in matrix A. So we will study here that if x bar is an approximation to solution x of system Ax equal to B, and the residual vector is this R equal to Ax minus Ax tilde, has the property that norm of R is small, then error is small. But we will see in next example that this is not happening for all matrices. So you can say that for some matrices R is small, so is error. But for some matrices R is small but error is bigger. For example, we have a system Ax equal to B. So this is matrix A, 2 by 2 system, and this is B. This system has unique solution 1 1. You can check by applying Gauss elimination or some another technique, or just solve with this system with MATLAB. And question is that find the residual vector for poor approximation. And what is approximation? 3 minus 0.001. So there is lot of deviation here. Okay. So in this example, we will see that residual is small, but you can check that this x, which is 1 1, and approximate solution is 3 minus 0.001. So norm of x is, you can say 1, but norm of approximate solution is 3. So there is a big difference between x and approximate solution, but residual is small in this example. So we calculate residual. So what is residual? B. So this is just typo, B minus A. So this is B minus AX bar. Just multiply A with this vector and then subtract. So this is R. And you can check that norm of R is 0.002, bigger entry. So norm of this residual vector is small, but the approximation x bar is very poor. And in fact, if you subtract both x minus x bar, just subtract and then take norm. So 3 minus 1 will be 2. So 2 is a quite big number in term of error. So error is big and residual is small. So here we make one conclusion that if R is small, you cannot say that error is small. So therefore we need to study precise bound for relative error. And there is a small theorem which calculate relative error. Okay, so we want to calculate relative error. So when you compare vectors, we write relative error in terms of norm. And norm is a number. You can divide a number with a number, but you cannot divide a vector with a vector. Okay, so let us say that x bar is an approximation of solution of Ax equal to B, where A is non-singular matrix, that determinant of A is non-zero. So inverse is possible. Okay, and inverse will be appear in proof. So A is non-singular matrix, R is residual vector for approximation. Then for any norm, any natural norm, you can take any norm. So this is absolute error, x minus x bar less than or equal to norm of R, norm of A inverse. And further, this is relative error. So norm of A inverse, norm of R divided by norm of B. And since you are dividing with x, so x is non-zero and B is also non-zero. So if x and B are non-zero, so their norm are also non-zero. Okay, so norm is 0 if vector is 0. So this theorem find relative error bound. So this is the final formula. And you need to memorize this formula to solve the problems. And proof is quite short. So how we prove that? So firstly you find residual, which is B minus AX bar or AX minus AX bar. A is non-singular. So just calculate from this, just calculate x minus x bar. So pre-multiply with A inverse. So x minus x bar will be A inverse bar. So to find absolute error, you need to find x minus x bar. Okay. Now take norm on both sides. Norm of this. And this is the property of norm. Okay. So this is a definition that norm of A, norm satisfy this triangle type inequality. So norm of A less than or equal to norm of A multiplied by norm of B. So this is true for any norm. Okay, so separate norm of both A inverse and R. So this side will be bigger. So this is a final formula for absolute error. And now we need to find formula for relative error. So you need to divide with x or norm of x. And since you have b equal to ax, x is true exact solution. So again take norm on both sides. Okay. So norm of ax then less than or equal to norm of a norm of x. Okay. So then from this you got 1 by norm of x inverse, norm of a divided by norm of b. Norm is positive, so you can write this. And then you divide this and this. Norm of x minus norm of x minus x bar divided by norm of x. So divide both. Okay. So you need to divide. Okay. So divide this and this, or you can say multiply both. So right hand side is norm of a, norm of r, and from this norm of norm of a inverse, this one, and from second norm of a divided by norm of b. So this is finally relative error. And if I see this formula very carefully, so on right hand side you have two numbers, norm of a multiplied by norm of a inverse, this one, and these numbers only depend on matrix. Okay, so norm of a, norm of a inverse, so these solely depend on matrix A. So if these numbers are bigger, so norm of this a multiplied by a inverse, this is bigger, then relative error bound will be bigger, and if that number is small, so relative error bound will be small. So this number, norm of a inverse, which provide a connection between the residual vector and the accuracy of the approximation. This number, norm of a inverse, this is called condition number for matrices. So you can use any norm here. You can use infinity norm, 2 norm. So you can use any norm here. So this number in relative error bound is very important. And here is an important definition of condition number that I stated earlier. So condition number of a non-singular matrix A is this, norm of a inverse, denoted by Ka or kappa A. And in term of this condition number, you can write relative error as, so just write Ka for norm of a inverse. And this is an important remark here. So for any non-singular matrix A, condition number is always greater than 1. So proof is very simple. So here I have written 1. So norm of identity matrix will be 1. So identity matrix is like this, 1, 1, 1. Okay. Others are 0, 0. So maximum of first row, maximum of second row, maximum of third row, which is 1. So norm of identity is 1. And you can write identity equal to A multiplied by A inverse. Now use that inequality for multiplication. Norm of AB less than norm of A, norm of B. And this is condition number. So here is bigger sign. So condition number is greater than 1. So unlike one dimension problem in which we stated that condition number is 1 or less than 1, but here for matrix A this is always greater than 1. But this is not much greater than 1. So although it is greater than 1, but it would be not much greater than 1. So it will be like 2, 3, 8, 10 something. So a matrix is called well conditioned if condition number is close to 1, and is ill conditioned when it is very large, like thousands or hundreds. And conditioning in this context refer to relative error. And when this condition number is large, then solution of system will be very sensitive to small changes in B. You can check that. So if you have matrix A, system AX equal to B, okay. So if you make small changes in the entry of A or in B, and there are small changes in solution as well, so we say that those matrices are well conditioned, and for those matrices condition number will be close to 1. But on the other hand, if you make small changes in A, like here, so 1.001, so just replace 1 with or 1.001 or something, so make small changes in entries of A or in B, so there are large changes in solution, so solution will change drastically. For those matrices condition number is much greater than 1, as we see in next example, and those matrices are called ill conditioned. So now I take one example how to find condition number. So find the condition number and comment. So to find condition number, you need to find norm of A and norm of A inverse. So I am finding norm of A. So what is norm of A? Add entry of first row by taking mod, add second row, and that maximum, that bigger one, which is 3.001. This is the norm. Now find A inverse. Okay, from A find A inverse. You can use calculator to find A inverse, or just find adjoint and divide with determinant of A. So you can check that determinant of this matrix will be very small. So you divide with determinant to get inverse. So A inverse has large entries. And what norm of A inverse will be? So add first row 10, 10, 20,000. So that is the bigger, and then add second row 5,000, 5,000, 10,000 approximately. So norm of A inverse is 10,000. So sorry, 20,000. Now multiply norm of A with norm of A inverse. So you got 60,000 something. So this condition number is quite large. So what we comment here, so the size of condition number for this matrix is very large. So small changes will affect the solution. So this matrix is ill conditioned in conclusion. And the next example tells us that how we can find relative error bound. So we have system AX equal to B, A is this, B is this. Okay, you have system, and approximate solution is also given. So this is X. You can write X star or X bar. This is approximate solution. Question is find a relative error bound. Okay. So to find relative error, you need to find norm of A inverse, norm of R, norm of B. So we have everything. You have B, A. So you need to find A inverse and residual. So what is residual? B minus A x bar. So B, A, x bar. Just multiply and subtract. So this is R. So now find norm of R. So bigger from these two entry, that we will find later. Here, so norm of R is written here. 0.054, bigger one. Second entry is bigger. And this is the final formula for relative error. Okay. Now find A inverse. So you need to find determinant of A. So this is adjoint matrix of A divided by determinant. So this is A inverse. Okay. So finally norm of A. So here I am writing everything in infinity norm. Okay. So all are maximum norms. So norm of A. So how we find norm of A? Add first row, add second row, and bigger one 9.7. That is norm of A. Then find norm of A inverse. This is A inverse. Add first row. So 6 plus 3 9 approximate 9 10 something. Then second 15 plus 9 24 something. So this is the bigger one. Norm of A inverse. Take mod and add first second row. And bigger one is norm. Norm of R we calculated earlier. Norm of B. B is column vector. So bigger entry 5.5 9.7. Bigger one is 9.7. So this is norm of B. Norm you can write in infinity norm for everything. So infinity norm. Fit all values here, norm of A, etc. Multiply. So relative error is 3.8321. So this is the maximum relative error. One more example to find condition number. So this is matrix A with unknown C. So mod of C is not equal to 1. So C is not equal to plus or minus 1. It is given. If C equal to plus minus 1, then determinant of A will not be defined. So 1 minus C square. Okay. So this means that matrix is non-singular. So you can find inverse. Question is, when this matrix become ill conditioned, what does this condition number says about system? How condition number related to determinant? Okay, so this is some theoretical type problem that we discussed earlier. So what condition number tells us? So in particular, what condition number tells us for this system? How condition number is related to determinant of matrix A? So this is matrix A. Okay, so A equal to this. So this is well conditioned if condition number is close to 1, and we find condition number of A, norm of A inverse. So just find A inverse. To find A inverse, you need to find adjoint of A and determinant of A. So A inverse will be adjoint divided by determinant. So this is A inverse. So now find norm of A, because both row have same, so 1 plus mod C, and don't forget to put modulus. C can be negative. And norm of A inverse will be, so add first row, second row, so both are same, so 1 plus mod C, division 1 minus C square. So condition number is this, norm of A multiplied by norm of A inverse. So you can check that you are dividing with 1 minus C square. So it is given that C is not equal to plus minus 1. C is not equal to plus 1, not equal to minus 1. But C can be near 1 like 0.99, or near minus 1 like minus 0.99 or minus 1.001. So C can be near 1 or minus 1. So if C is near plus minus 1, okay, so near plus 1 or minus 1, then condition number of this system will be very large. So matrix is ill conditioned, and solution will be very sensitive to small changes in A. That is, if you make small changes in A, there will be large changes in solution. And further, it was asked that how it is related with determinant. So in all problem you can check that if determinant is small, okay, so you are dividing to find A inverse, you are dividing with determinant. So determinant value is small, then 1 by determinant will be large. So you can say that condition number is inversely proportional to determinant of A. Okay, so you are calculating A inverse. Okay, you are calculating norm of A inverse. Okay. So you are calculating norm of A inverse. So norm of, in other words, A inverse is inversely proportional to determinant of A. So if determinant is small, condition number will be bigger. If determinant is bigger, condition number will be small. So condition number is inversely proportional to determinant of matrix A. So in conclusion, so in this short topic we have written a formula for condition number. Okay. So what is condition number? This is norm of A multiplied by norm of A inverse, and this number is always greater than 1 for matrices. If this number is small, like near 1, then those matrices are well conditioned. In those matrices, if you make small changes in entries of A, there will be corresponding small changes in solution. On the other hand, if this number is bigger, then if you make small change in matrix A, then there would be large changes in solution. And this condition number comes from bound of relative error.